What's the perfect kitchen style for 2025? Classic, rustic, or modern? Which one would you choose? Kitchens are no longer just places to cook. They are the heart of the home, where style and function come together. But here's the exciting part. This year's top kitchen themes are changing in new and unexpected ways. Classic kitchens are becoming lighter and more elegant. Rustic kitchens are mixing warmth with modern touches. And modern kitchens are sleek but more inviting than ever. But the real trend? Many homeowners aren't sticking to just one style. They are blending classic charm, rustic coziness, and modern sleekness to create spaces that are beautiful and unique. Want to see how these styles are evolving and how you can bring them into your own home? Let's dive in. The big kitchen shift in 2025. Kitchens are changing in 2025, and the biggest trend is all about themes. No more random designs or outdated styles. Homeowners want kitchens that feel complete, stylish, and full of personality. But which theme is the best? That's where things get exciting. This year, 3 styles are taking over: classic, rustic, and modern. Each one has its own charm, and each one is bringing something fresh. Classic kitchens are going beyond traditional elegance. Rustic kitchens are becoming more refined, and modern kitchens are mixing warmth with high-tech convenience. But the real surprise? Many people are not sticking to just one. They are mixing themes in ways we've never seen before. A classic kitchen with modern lighting? A rustic kitchen with sleek black fixtures? It's all happening. In the next section, we'll start with classic kitchens, a style that never goes out of fashion, but is getting a major upgrade this year. Stay with me because you'll want to see what's new. Classic kitchens, timeless with a new twist. Classic kitchens have always been about elegance and beauty. They remind us of grand homes, polished wood, and rich details. In 2025, this style is still popular, but with a fresh new look. The biggest change? Less heavy, more light. Traditional dark wood is being replaced with warmer shades like soft walnut and creamy oak. Cabinets have simple designs, but with gold or brass handles for a touch of luxury. Marble countertops are still a favorite, but instead of plain white, people are choosing bold marble with deep veins. Chandeliers and hanging lights are still here, but they are sleeker and smarter, with soft lighting that makes the space feel warm. And here's something unexpected. Hidden storage is now part of classic kitchens. Old-style cabinets now have secret compartments and built-in charging spots. It's still the timeless kitchen we all love, but now it's more practical and updated for modern life. But what if you want something cozy, warm, and inviting? That's where rustic kitchens come in. And this year, they are changing in a big way. Let's see how in the next section. Rustic Kitchens, cozy and full of charm. Rustic kitchens make a home feel warm and welcoming. They bring the beauty of nature indoors with wood, stone, and earthy colors. In 2025, this style is getting a fresh update. Instead of old, rough wood, homeowners are choosing smoother, polished finishes. The classic farmhouse sink is still here, but now it comes in matte black and deep green for a modern touch. Open shelves are a big trend, but they are more organized and stylish than ever. Rustic kitchens are also using more color. Deep blues, soft greens, and warm browns make the space feel cozy and inviting. And here's something new. Industrial accents are mixing with rustic designs. Black metal fixtures, bold pendant lights, and even concrete countertops are making their way into these spaces. The result? A kitchen that feels both old and new at the same time. But what if you love sleek lines, smart features, and a clutter-free look? That's where modern kitchens take the spotlight. Let's explore how they are changing in 2025 in the next section. Modern kitchens, sleek, smart, and stylish. Modern kitchens are all about clean lines, smart technology, and a clutter-free look. In 2025, they are becoming even sleeker and more high-tech. Cabinets have no handles, just a smooth surface that opens with a touch. Countertops are made from polished stone, glass, or even metal for a bold, futuristic feel. The biggest trend? Hidden appliances. Refrigerators, ovens, and dishwashers blend into the cabinets, making the kitchen look seamless and tidy. But modern doesn't mean cold. To keep the space warm and inviting, homeowners are adding wood accents, soft lighting, and natural stone. Smart technology is also a huge part of this style. Voice-controlled lights, touchless faucets, and fridges that suggest recipes are now common. And here's a surprise. Bold colors are making their way into modern kitchens. Instead of all white, people are choosing deep greens, navy blues, and even matte black. It's a mix of luxury and function like never before. But what happens when homeowners can't decide between these three styles? The answer is mixing and matching. Let's see how people are blending classic, rustic, and modern together in the next section. Mixing styles, the best of everything. Why choose just one style when you can have the best of all three? In 2025, homeowners are getting creative by mixing classic, rustic, and modern elements. The result? Unique and stylish kitchens that feel both personal and trendy. Imagine a classic kitchen with modern lighting and smart appliances. Or a rustic kitchen with sleek, handleless cabinets. Even modern kitchens are adding warm wood and vintage details to make them feel more inviting. The key to making this work is balance. Too much mixing can look messy, but when done right, it creates a space that is beautiful and functional. Another trick? Color. Classic whites, rustic browns, and modern blacks are blending together in ways that feel fresh and stylish. And the best part? This trend allows homeowners to express their own style without feeling stuck with just one look. But design is only one part of a great kitchen. Functionality matters too. Up next, we'll explore the must-have features that are making 2025 kitchens better than ever. Must-have features, making life easier. A kitchen should look good, but it should also be easy to use. In 2025, smart and practical features are making everyday cooking faster and more fun. One big trend is hidden storage. Drawers and cabinets now have secret compartments to keep clutter away. Pull-out spice racks, deep drawers for pots, and built-in organizers make everything easy to find. Another must-have is touchless technology. Faucets turn on with just a wave, and smart fridges remind you when food is running low. Even ovens are getting smarter. They can preheat by voice command. Lighting is also changing. Instead of one big light, kitchens now have layered lighting, under-cabinet lights for cooking, pendant lights for style, and soft ceiling lights for a warm glow. And let's not forget eco-friendly materials. More people are choosing recycled wood, energy-saving appliances, and water-efficient sinks. These features don't just look good, they also help the environment. But what about the finishing touches? The little details that make a kitchen feel complete and stylish? That's what we'll explore in the next section. The future of kitchen design. What's next? Kitchen design is always changing, and new trends are already on the way. In 2025, classic, rustic, and modern styles are at their peak. But what about the future? One big shift is towards even smarter kitchens. Imagine a fridge that orders groceries when you run out of food, or a stove that cooks at the perfect temperature automatically. Another trend is more natural elements. People are adding indoor plants, wooden accents, and big windows to bring in fresh air and sunlight. Sustainability is also becoming more important. More homeowners are choosing recycled materials, energy-saving lights, and water-efficient sinks to help the planet. And what about colors? Soft neutrals, earthy greens, and bold black and gold combinations will continue to grow in popularity. Kitchens will become even more personal. Homeowners are mixing styles, adding custom touches, and making their spaces work for their daily lives. No matter the theme, classic, rustic, or modern, the future of kitchen design is exciting. Kitchens in 2025 are more than just cooking spaces. They are stylish, smart, and full of personality. Whether you love the timeless charm of classic kitchens, the cozy warmth of rustic designs, or the sleek elegance of modern spaces, there's a perfect style for you. And the best part? You don't have to choose just one. Mixing styles, adding smart features, and using bold finishes can make your kitchen truly unique. So, which kitchen theme is your favorite? Let us know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing home design ideas. See you in the next one.